Good morning guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am bringing you along for a day in the life of a small business owner. So let's go. Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Donna, this is my Wonderland, and today I am bringing you along in the day of a life of a small business owner. So today is Tuesday, which means I have got mat Pilates. I am in a long sleeve top because it feels really chilly even though the sun is out. I'm going to get my table ready because it should have started a minute ago, so I need to log on.
They look really good.
Challenging.
Really good.
Okay guys, so that is Pilates done. Had a bit of a revelation during the meditation section. It's kind of amazing, I think, if you can stop your mind for a little bit and just let it think what it wants to think rather than thinking about everything you've got to do that day, etc, etc. I was laying there, I was trying to follow the meditation. Somebody was meowing her head off and that was a bit of a distraction, but I had just listened to a morning meditation where she had said, when you notice a distraction, name the distraction, hear the distraction, then bring it back to the breath, which I did again and again. And then I had this little revelation. So I'm going to journal on that, and I will probably do that a bit later because I haven't got time at the moment, but I am going to have my breakfast and check my emails and we will get on with the day because it is a podcasting day, so I will bring you along for that. Okay, so I have had my breakfast. That was a little bit of a palaver, which I didn't bring you along for. I have bought my, I don't know if I showed you my hyacinths, but I have bought my tulips in here, and these were bought by my mother-in-law. Well, not actually. They were bought by Matthew on my mother-in-law's request. After my appointment last week, bless her, he bought me these and he bought me some of the lilies that I absolutely love. Right, it is time to get on with work. I've had my cup of tea. I'm probably going to have to go and make another cup of tea because I always like to have a cup of tea on the go. I've got my water because I'm going to try and be better at drinking my water, guys. I am committed to it. It's one of my things. So I am going to head over to my podcasting equipment stuff and I'm going to start working on my podcast that is going up this week, which is my 3rd year anniversary podcast. So my podcast went live on the 16th of April. So this is going to be going up the week before the 16th, the day before the 16th, and then next time, the next one that comes out is going to be my relaunch of the podcast in its new form. So they kind of top and tail the actual date of my first episode going live, which I think is pretty cool. But I've got to work on that, so we will get on with that. I've already been able to tick one of my big 3 off today because one of my big 3 was to do my mat Pilates, so I've done that, which is really cool. Yeah, I will start working on that, and then once we have got that episode done, I am hoping to go for a walk at lunchtime. It's supposed to be getting really, really windy, but it seems quite calm today. It was quite windy yesterday, but it seems quite calm today, so we shall see what what I feel like doing. I'm hoping that I'm just going to kick myself up the bum and walk out the door. So we shall see. So I have grabbed a new cup of tea. We have got to focus today, and our focus is the podcast and getting the birthday episode done. So the first thing that I am going to do is open up my podcast document, and my podcast document is a list of all the episodes that I'm doing coming up, and my podcast script template that I use, and I am going to start filling that in for this episode, and then once I've done that we will get to the recording. So one thing to also note before I start, I haven't actually checked my emails yet today. Just saying, I am not a big person who spends a lot of time in her emails. I find it very distracting. There is a lot of stuff in there, a lot of stuff that seems urgent but isn't urgent, and I would just urge you to stay clear of your inbox when you've got something to focus on. Okay, so I've written out my script and I have realised that this is going to be a little bit more involved than I initially anticipated. I've now got to go through some old episodes and find some sound clips that I want to use in this episode, because this is going to be my wrap up of year 3 on the podcast. Okay, the sun has completely disappeared and there is a huge great cloud outside my window. So I am not sure I'm going to get to go for a walk on my lunch break. As you know, I am definitely a fair weather walker. And it's one of those things where I think, damn it, I should have just gone out earlier when it was sunny. But productivity doesn't work if you keep interrupting yourself. So I'm like, oh, I don't know, maybe I should have just gone out after my breakfast. We will have to see with that. I think I need to start trying to just do it when I see it's sunny. We'll work it out, guys. It's always a work in progress, right? So I have just done a run through of the podcast episode. I'm actually really excited about it and a little bit emotional. I think it's such a good episode. I cannot wait to release it. And I know that I keep talking about it in the vlog and I don't think I have yet linked it. I haven't linked it in a show yet. I'm actually going to put it in my footer information so that it's always there in the footer if you want to come and listen to it. Obviously it is aimed at business owners, so if you're a business owner, definitely one to check out. So I've decided I'm going to do it in here because my microphone is already down here and I don't want to disturb the cats too much, because once they're up they start meowing. So hiccups. I'm going to grab some soft furnishings, try to bring the echo down in here a little bit. I just literally turned round to go and get the Watsits, and oh bugger, it's up, it's awake, it's moving. This is not good. What are you doing? Oh, this is not going to make this easy, guys. Oh, she could be so noisy. Let's go get the soft furnishings. Okay, this is our setup. Does the sound better now? We have got a scarf up on my light. Pillow there, pillow here. And a blanket here, which I'm going to spread out and put underneath the microphone. And this is then what the sound sounds like. Just brings in a lot more softness and takes out that bounce a little bit more. So I try to get the best sound quality I can in the recording element of it so that I don't have to do too much in the editing part of it. So I am going to jump in and record this episode. I don't know about the cat because she's just eating, but whether she'll make more noise or not, I don't know. And I need to put my camera on charge. So let's do that.
guys, so this literally explains exactly what a day in my life is truly like. So I have just finished recording my podcast episode, the quote that I put at the beginning, and a new pre-roll ad. I do have to do my new intro for the new name, and I've got to decide if I possibly want to do the Cats Are Fighting new music. So I have got all that to do, and I don't need to do that this week, but whilst I've got everything like set up to do the podcast for better sound quality, I wanted to try and do it now. But I don't think I'm going to get to it because it is already 3 o'clock. That is why the cats are fighting, because it is nearly their dinner time. So they are like, where's my food? Let's attack each other until mum feeds us so that we split up. That's how things go in this house. And yeah, so it's 3 o'clock and I haven't yet had my lunch. I was supposed to have my lunch at 2, I believe. Yeah, 2 to 3 I was supposed to have my lunch, and it's now 3 o'clock. So I am going to take a break. I have recorded everything that I can record for now. I'm just going to have to get everything out again. I'm going to look at doing some batching maybe later this week or the beginning of next week to get the first few episodes of the new podcast up and running. So I will do everything then, but it's important obviously that I get this episode ready to air this week. And yeah, so I am going to go and make my lunch. It is still awfully grey outside, so the walk is definitely not going to happen today because one, I'm freezing inside, let alone going out there in the dark greyness, but also two, we are late in the day now, so I can't take my full hour for my lunch because I need to make sure that I get what I have set myself done today. I really want to make sure that this is edited, uploaded and ready to go so I can tick this off of my to-do list. This is one of my big 3 to make sure that this episode is done and complete. What I will also do is show you guys my temperature blanket because it is coming along now and I am completely up to date with it again. I would love to show you guys where I'm at with that. So I will have my lunch and then I will show you my temperature blanket.
Okay guys, so I have had my lunch. Took a little longer than expected because I got distracted by a YouTube video. So I've come into the living room to show you my temperature blanket whilst I am, let me pop you down, whilst I am waiting for the kettle to boil for my 6th cup of tea today. I think it's 6. So this is my temperature blanket so far. So this is how long it is, kind of the length of my torso, and it is this wide, and that is there you're seeing like this is all January here up to this white line, and then this is February between those white lines, and then we have got the March one there. We got a navy blue day at the end of March. It was 16 degrees for the day, so I got to crack out the navy blue, which I was excited about, and we are seeming to stick with the lake, what's it called? Lake blue, which I love, and I think that that's going to become more the colour. So we have had various temperatures over the course of the year so far. The grey silver is the coldest, but then the baby blue was the next coldest, and that makes up a majority of this. So the powder blue, which is this darker blue here, I expected there to be more of that. I expected it to go from the silver, have the baby blue, but then have more of the powder blue as we got into February and March. And it just wasn't the case. It was really weird. We just bounced from baby blue to lake blue and back to baby blue again, and then we've had a couple of days of powder blue, but I think we're going to get a bit more powder blue and we're probably going to get less baby blue going forward. So I've already put the silver away. The last silver day was the beginning of March, and I think that we are now going to go into our lake blue and powder blue era with the navy creeping in. So it's really interesting to see where the colour fades out and you don't get any more of that colour, and when the new colour comes in and how that starts to take over. So I'm loving doing this. It's fascinating to work on and just see how it's coming together, but I'm really enjoying it, really like doing it. Now the other crochet project I'm working on, which I'll just show you, is a jumper for my daughter. And this is one of the sleeves, so it actually goes over like this. It's like a third like that. It's a batwing jumper like the one that I did for myself, which I will link up here so you can see what it ends up looking like. But I started this for her shortly after this. It was probably might have even been October actually, and I've just been so late. It's such a nice yarn, but I've just been lazy with it because it's this really lovely green, but at night time I can't see. I can't see to do it because it's dark and we only have like a lamp on in the evening and it's just not bright enough. But I have decided I need to get it done because otherwise it's going to be something that just sits there and never gets finished. And she keeps complaining every time she sees me crocheting anything else. She's like, and what about my jumper? So I've got to do that for her. So that is my little crochet update. Now I'm going to go and make my tea and sit down and start editing the podcast, which is going to take some time because there's a lot of pieces involved in this one. Okay, I'm back in the office. I've made my tea. I've got my water. I de-podcasted, so the sound will have changed again. Got my second glass of water because I need to drink more water. And I just looked at my phone and Matthew's just messaged me and said he's on his way home. It is 4:39. He doesn't finish work till 5. Confused? Yes, I am. So I'm going to carry on doing what I've got to do. I still need to edit my podcast, so that doesn't change things. And yeah, I guess I'll see him when he gets home. Freezing. Matthew is now home. We are going to be having dinner soon. I have not got done what I wanted to get done today. I have still got to edit the main podcast episode and put it all together with the clips. So I am going to crack on with that, and I will pick you guys up again tomorrow. Very excited for my breakfast that I am having at 12:10. It is, as you may have noticed, my summer, so even though it's like horrible outside and porridge would have probably been nicer, I told Matthew to get me my Greek yogurt for my granola. He got me granola last night, but I am going to enjoy my breakfast and probably just watch, try and finish watching a YouTube video I started yesterday. well. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's raining. Nasty dark grey clouds even. Yeah, grey clouds. Very wet, cold, and it's still so cold. Got the other glove on now, and I am going to make another cup of tea. I finished my breakfast, finished finished going through went through some of my emails, and that's where the trouble lies, guys, with your productivity. And I don't know if you have this issue, but this is why I stay out of my emails, because a lot of my emails are sort of newsletters from people that I'm interested in hearing from, and when I click into them, they have often got a link in there to click and watch something. That is not what my plan is for today. So I am going to go and make myself another cup of tea. I've only had 3 cups of tea today, guys. Interesting. And then I'm going to get on with the relaunch stuff for the podcast, which is fantastic, and I still need to do the social media element of that. Then I have my website stuff to do this afternoon. I do also need to look at some promotion times on my calendar. That's what I need to look at. So because I changed my year, when I did my planning, I did plan what I wanted to get done this year, but I haven't actually planned my promotional calendar. So I need to have a look at that this week as well. So I'm gonna write that down, go and make another cup of tea, because why not? I'm freezing. Well, absolutely bonkers, guys. I have done all my collateral for my podcast. So that's cover photos, profile photos, social media, templates, video cover for YouTube, etc. I think that's everything done. So I now have that all set up for me in a folder on Canva, ready to go. And while I was doing that, it decided to hail. I'm not even kidding you. Hailing in April. I know we've had snow in April, but I don't want to wish that upon us. And I am still so cold. It is now 3:30. I haven't had my lunch yet because I had my breakfast late. So I'm going to do that now. And it's 15.7 in here. So it's just getting colder. And I don't know about you, but I feel the cold. So it is really cold. Also had a delivery. Got a new microphone to put on to my camera to try and give you a little bit of a better sound. It does make a difference. I don't know if I like it, but it does make a difference. So that is a good thing. Always just trying to up the quality for you guys. So I am, guess what, gonna make another cup of tea, and I'm gonna make my lunch, and I've got some podcast applications. I want to try and see if I can guest on some podcasts, but I need to get my website sorted out first so that I've got somewhere to send them. I also want to try and get another couple of speaking gigs. I've got one booked for May, and I'd really like to get a couple more booked in before my birthday if possible, which is the end of June. So there is some things that I need to be getting on with, need to make some notes. Happy with how the day has gone. Not happy that I've been distracted a couple of times, but she moved into the office. The other one has just come in, and because it is 3:30, she's definitely come in because it's dinner time. So I will go and make her some food. I might have to stick the heating on for an hour, guys. My feet are so cold. They feel like ice blocks. It's unreal. You won't be able to see her because she's just a big black blob. She's a big black noisy blob. Blinking cats and children, honestly. Okay, so I got my podcast done. I got the relaunch stuff done. I've been working on my website. I've just got to finish off this contact page, and then that's ready to go live, which is exciting. I always forget something when I do my podcast. I need to write out a what's it called? Can't remember. It'll come to me. Maybe I'll put it on screen. Standard operating procedure. There you go. I knew it'd come to me for doing my podcast, because I always forget something, even though I do it all the time. So I need to write one of those out for it so that I can make sure that I'm doing it all, because I did all the social media and then I remembered I haven't done my email. So I need to do my email, but it is almost 6:30, which means it's piloxing time, which means I need to run, get changed, get myself in gear so that I can pilox in the living room. However, Terry isn't happy. She's on the phone to her boyfriend at the moment. She might come in, piloxing might stop. I don't know what's going on, but I am going to end the vlog here for this video. So I hope you enjoy coming along with me on a day of trying to get my podcast ready. Well, it ended up being 2 days, didn't it? I hope to see you in the next one. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already. It really helps my channel so much. You have no idea how much it means to me. And if you can give this video a thumbs up if you have enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.